We're live! Hooray! What's up, guys? How are you?
0.
Yeah, it took a little while for me to get in here. I was a little bit confused. But, yeah. It's Wednesday. That means I'm drinking. It's a normal thing. Thank God. So, yeah. Alright. Welcome to the show, guys. How are you? My name is Ted, otherwise known as Escape Time. If you haven't been here before, or if you're watching from another period of time, maybe on YouTube, which I finally got some crap on YouTube, by the way, all the past episodes. Yeah, that's all up there now. But anyway, if you're watching from Twitch, past episodes, or from YouTube, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Even though if you're not here live, come join us live. We are on Twitch every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At a link somewhere in the channel or wherever. Like I said, my name is Ted, otherwise known as Escape Time. This is a beer talk show. The only one on Twitch. We're very unique. Twitch told me themselves that I'm unique. I guess that's a good thing. I'm hoping. But yeah, it is what it is. So what we do basically is we review beer. We talk about beer news. But we have several different rules. Period of time. Yes, period of time. We have several different rules. No repeating beers, beer reviews. We have a list of beers that are down below in the panels. I have to make a little better, I guess, thing for it. But eventually we'll have it up there. So no repeat beers. We keep track of every beer that we review, so no one can review the second beer twice. That beer 2 times in a row. No mega breweries. The music's ending. There we go. Subtle ending. No mega brewery beers. Nothing with Budweiser or anything like that in this title. Show respect to reviewers. That is first and foremost, guys. You know, everybody has a different opinion. Everybody has a different taste palette. That's just the way it is in the world. Same thing with food. That's why I've always said that if I ever could start over with my career, I'd be a food critic, because you're never wrong. But, you know, have fun and have a pint if you are of age. If you're not of age, don't tell me. I don't want to know about it. I really don't. I really don't want to know about it. We have a full house tonight,
and drink
guys.
responsibly.
Yeah, drink responsibly. Run over my fingers. Perfect. All right, we have a full house tonight, guys. I'm pretty excited about that. This is the first time in a while we had a full house. So, thank you guys for being here with us tonight. Steve and other Steve and Drew and well, Swig. We're just gonna call you Swig. You know,
yeah, just
we're
stick with Swig. Keep it simple. Yeah, Swig. People have been calling me Swig since like kindergarten, so it's it's just
Well,
let it flow.
And I find it very ironic that you all now do like beer photographs and beer stuff with a nickname named Swig, because I'm gonna take a swig of.
I was born for it.
It's his namesake.
Yeah, it's a namesake. You got it. You got to live up to it, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Jesus, oh man. So I think we could probably just jump right into the beer reviews if you guys are up for it.
Sure.
Who wants to go first?
We're thirsty.
But wait, hold on. I want to change something up, right? So going forward, and let me know what you guys think about this, and chat as well. Going forward, I want you guys to give us a star rating.
Okay.
Kind of like what you have on Untapped, right? You know, you have this beer. You know, you like it. You know, we can give it 1 to 5 stars. I don't know if we want to do like the quarter stars or half stars. Maybe let's try out stars. 5 stars for now, and if we can evolve.
Round numbers, please.
We can evolve into it.
I just had a statistics test today. I don't need any decimals or anything like that.
No decimals at all. No, well, there you go. No decimals. All right. Is there a command for? No, Drew. I really should do that. Probably a good idea. Is there a command? I got to do that. I got to follow up on these things. So, oh wait, you want to see something really cool? Cape May Brewing Company. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're here.
It's just
Here.
it. Good
Yeah.
evening, bro.
Small town, big brews.
thank you for the host. I do appreciate it. I'm sure Steve will like all beers. I don't know why. Well, it depends on the Steve you're talking about. I'm sure both of them are going to like all beers.
I'm not too picky.
That's pretty funny. All right, so who wants to go first? Remember, guys, at the end of your rating, at the end of your thing here, you're gonna have to give a rating on what you think of the beer.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? I'll let someone go first.
Well, I think the last
I'll go first.
Fight Club is if this is your first fight, you have to go or something.
No, not really. But I mean, we're not gonna go find you and beat the crap out of you.
No.
That'd be horrible.
No, Drew wants to go.
Ranger, thank you for the host, man. Appreciate it. All right, Roger, you're up. You are lucky number 4.
Hey.
I really should go out and get a lotto ticket. Actually,
yeah.
$400 million. Jeez, someone in the U.S. is gonna win.
Jesus.
Die Toaster, thank you for the host, sir. Appreciate it.
Let me hold up.
And I'm actually quite excited about the label on this thing, and because I think Toaster would really like this. So the label.
This one's pretty sweet too. All right, I'm doing Ballast Point's Red Velvet. Ballast Point Red Velvet. That's the label. It's like a weird shrink wrap sort of label around the bottle. Pretty nifty. Bunch of skeletons eating cake,
That is epic.
Yes. Very, very, as they say, metal.
Very metal. Like I said, I thought it'd be right up Die Toaster's alley right there. That'd be perfect.
Now, this beer is sort of interesting to me. I had this idea to brew this beer as in a homebrew stream. This beer is sort of based off a Red Velvet Cake. It's a golden oatmeal stout that's brewed with beets, chocolate, and natural flavors added. But being a golden stout, sort of a lighter beer, opposed to your black opaque stout, with oatmeal, so it's sort of thicker in texture, as well as with beets. So there's no real. So the only color you get instead of that dark, rich stout sort of color, you'll get a deep red. So I hope. Chocolate added probably later on in the brew session, so you get the chocolate notes. And then I don't know what the added flavors might be. That should be interesting. But mind the dirty glass. And it's red. Good. I was hoping it was, because if it wasn't, it'd be huge.
Oh wow, that is super red.
It is very red. It's like sort of a cherry lambic red. The smell?
That's considered stout?
Yep, this is a golden stout.
Wow.
A golden oatmeal stout. Whatever that means. I don't think it's part of a real guideline, but we'll go with it. The smell? No hop character at all. Very sweet. A little bit of chocolate in there. It's like what's that smell? Familiar. I'm drinking it anyways. It smells like a Tootsie Roll. Not like a real chocolate smell. But sort of that very sort of that weird taffy kind of fake chocolate smell. It's also a nitro beer, sort of nitrogen, so the carbonation is going to be a little lower. And sort of that's also going to add to the sort of texture and mouthfeel of the beer. It's not going to be very effervescent. It's going to be sort of creamier, kind of like your Guinness would be.
Okay.
But the textures that sort of is very thick, surprisingly too, being so clear and sort of red. It feels like you're drinking a stout with the oatmeal and the nitrogen. It tastes like you're drinking a stout. It tastes like you're drinking a like a milk stout, a very sweet stout. Chocolate note isn't very up there. It's more vanilla flavor than chocolate, which I find interesting. It's a good beer. It's a good sweet stout. But I'm trying to find that flavor. I have no hop character at all. A little bit of bitterness at the end. No sort of real distinct hop flavor. Like I can't tell. It's like, oh, it's Fuggles or what kind of hop it is.
Right.
It's there though. That adds some kind of contrast, which is nice because otherwise it'll be extremely sweet. It's all right. Scoring wise, I would go maybe around a 3.
Okay.
Maybe closer even to a 2, maybe, because I think they could add a little bit more chocolate, a little more carbonation too. Because after a while, now that's I sort of use the dirty glass too, so I sort of kill all the carbonation out right off the bat. It's a little flat now, not much of a head to it, and with no carbonation, the beer is very thick, with that oatmeal and the nitrogen in there. Yeah, but yeah, they could add a little bit more chocolate to it. But besides that, it's thick, which I imagine was what they want it to be. Carbonation could be a little more. The aroma is all right. It's very much of a stout. I don't get a very rich grain smell at all. But what else is supposed to be used? 5%, so alcohol is noticeable in comparison. Well, I got a 6-pack of it. I'll probably finish it. Will I drink it? Will I go out and buy it again? Probably not. Unless this might be, I got to see the date on the package, but maybe this could be a older beer as well that could have sort of lost some of its flavor.
Now, is it a seasonal? Because I thought.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a seasonal, but I don't see it listed anywhere as a seasonal.
Hold on, let me see. I might actually have this up already in Brewers Apprentice, but it's a rotating. Yeah, so maybe it is seasonal. That's what it says. Kind of. Yeah. I
imagine it's not sort of around the sort of Valentine's Day kind of thing. That's my kind of guess. Something cute, chocolate and red.
Right. The beer you can love.
Yes. Oh. But now that it's warming up, the hops are shining through too, which is a little off-putting. You get more of a vegetal flavor coming through, sort of sweet cake sort of thing. So it's a good beer off the bat. Probably good beer off the tap too. So you get more of the that cascading nitrogen that you get in your traditional stouts.
Right.
But sort of pouring into a dirty glass, which will kill your carbonation, not recommended. But I'll still probably stick with a 3. Good beer, okay beer. Not what I expected. Could be a little better, but enjoyable overall.
All right. So the question is, we were talking on stream. You mentioned you were probably going to brew something like this.
Yes.
So
and I probably still will.
Probably still will.
Yeah.
Okay. But what would you change?
I would keep the. I don't know what the grain bill is, but it seems like you could add a little more to it. It feels kind of thin.
Okay.
I get the texture. Oh, it's thick in texture, but sort of thin in flavor. I don't get a whole lot of sort of any distinguishable grain flavor. I would add something like a biscuit malt. So you just, sort of what's intended. It's a sweeter malt. It's sort of biscuity in flavor, so you get more bread flavor. Just so it sort of punches you a little more that it's a beer. It's an actual beer. Because this can be sort of, you lose that in the chocolate, that sweetness I get in here.
But would it make it more, not meaty, but you know what I mean, just like
I'll add something more to it. I don't know, because all I'm getting is sort of the finish. I get nothing in the front. I don't get that typical beer grain, that bready, that sort of almost. I don't even get much of a caramel flavor, which I think would be sort of nice if it was added to it, just to add some kind of complexity.
Okay.
So all I'm getting is a vanilla, a chocolate, and I don't get any sort of beet flavor, thank God, which I shouldn't either. Most beet beers I've had sort of doesn't really come off very vegetal. But I would add sort of a biscuit malt just to sort of punch in a little more of that sort of bread flavor.
Okay.
Add a little more chocolate at the end. The color's fine, so I wouldn't change how much they put the beets in. And the way they probably did that is they grated beets and then put it in the mash with a higher enzyme malt to convert the sugars from the beets.
So they did add beets to that. That's interesting.
Yep. It says beets, not beet sugar, so I imagine
Okay.
it's full on beets.
Hey, Broccoli, how are you?
Magic Hat also did the same thing. They also used beets post to beet sugar in their Wacko.
Oh, I think I may have had that.
They made a cream ale. And a cream ale needs to be a 1/3 adjunct, so I imagine they used beets as the adjunct in that beer. But on a full review, 3 could use a little more chocolate, a little something else in the sort of grain bill.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, and I saw the label and I thought to myself, how would that taste? But it doesn't taste like a cake, I guess. Right?
No.
It doesn't.
Well, thank God for that, because it'd be very much like, what the hell am I drinking?
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of misleading if you add beets and you call it red velvet cake.
Yeah, right.
They probably could have copied something from maybe Tired Hands or something,
Yeah.
with their milkshakes. Or last week or a couple weeks ago, they had like a blueberry pancake milkshake IPA. Which
Holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
So,
Wow.
creative is one way of putting it. But yeah, they put, red velvet and they call it, they add beets to it. Yeah. So
I like cake.
Yeah.
I just like cake. Yeah.
I like
beers
mine.
like this.
Apple
Beers like this,
pie.
I like to think of it to be more. I like to hope it to be more beer first, and then that weird flavor next.
Right.
Like Rogue Brewery, they made their bacon maple beer,
Yeah.
which was not beer first. It was very much caramelized bacon bits, and then it was carbonated. That's what it tastes like to me. It should have been.
Didn't you drink that on here? Isn't that one of the ones you reviewed?
No, I review.
Okay.
I've brought that up plenty of times when I've been on this
Gotcha.
stuff.
All right. I was
crazy
sounded
beer.
familiar. I was like, wait a minute. That would be.
I bring it up all the time.
All right, so that's a 3-star for Red Velvet.
It is a 3-star for me.
All right.
Sounds like a shower beer to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shower beer. Oh, please.
There's a drain there.
Do not get me started on goddamn shower beer. Seriously.
I said the S word.
You did. Anyway. All right, so Swig, Steve, which one do you want to go first? Next.
Let's Swig go first.
All right, Swig, you're up.
I'll take the floor. All right, so I got a treat for you guys.
Shit. Hold on.
Hold on.
There we go. All right, we're there.
We're there?
Yeah. Well,
We're getting
technical
there?
button problem there. There you go.
Can't have this. So, we got a trick for you guys. I'm sure you'll recognize this one.
From Trillium.
Okay? Yeah. Got this from Mule. My good friend Pete Cooper of Beer Nerds. He goes up to work in Canada, so he just brings back a whole bunch of beers from New England. So, got like a mixed 4-pack of a couple of them, and so this is my first beer talk show. Got to pick a good beer to to break it in. So
That's true.
I hope so.
Crack it open here.
And we're actually going up to Boston for PAX East in like 2 weeks. So.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
That's right.
So yeah, this is double dry hop Melter Street India Pale Ale. Trillium's known for their IPAs or double dry hop stuff. They're very sought after. A lot of people want to trade for them and whatnot. So I'm into those type of hard to find beers, but it just really wanted to try them. So I'm gonna drink it out of the can first. Yeah, because it's really carbonated. But obviously it's a New England IPA, so it's very citrusy. But an ode to the Ballast Point one. I'm gonna put it in a Ballast Point tulip glass here.
There you go.
All right, so that will get a nice little pour here. We'll pour just a little bit so we can get some of the aroma.
I really hope there isn't a line out there when we go. It's literally right around the in the back corner of my hotel in PAX. So I just walk down the street. Hey, there you are.
Yeah.
Walk out the door of the hotel. Oh, it's a line right here. Sweet.
So yeah, this is just what you want out of a New England IPA. It's cloudy, super cloudy, and this is what Trillium's all about. We'll give it a nose here. Now, who else is in here? Not Steve, but Drew.
Me?
Drew. So you can probably chime in on what double dry hopping is, because I know dry hopping is when you add hops to the fermenter either during primary or secondary fermentation.
Sure.
But you can probably elaborate on what the purpose of dry hopping does to the beer. But from my what I got in front of me, it's probably more of an aromatic effect than it really is a taste. So
Yeah.
this is
Dry hopping usually comes in later in the process after you sort of do the first 2 weeks of fermentation. When the fermentation sort of dying down, you move into a new fermenter on top of hops, where the fresh lupulin within the hops will sort of, are alcohol soluble, will sort of go into that sort of that point of the beer, and sort of from brew day to closer you are to serving in the tap, closer you'll get to the aroma. So.
Right. Yeah.
So if it's double dry hopped, it's either hopped with double the amount of hops, or was dry hopped once, then decanted off, and then on a new pile of hops, just to get that extra punch in the nose.
Right. So it is double dry hopped. I think it's got Mosaic and Columbus. So I'm pretty sure it's double dry hopped with both of those. Try to come out with some notes in the aroma. You got your typical grapefruit, especially from the Mosaic. Mosaic is a huge grapefruit hop. Same with the Columbus, or Columbus is more like a piney. I think Columbus is more towards like the high alpha side of hops.
Absolutely. Columbus more your pine pitch kind of smell.
This is what Trillium does really well. It's super smooth. It's so balanced. There's nothing is really overpowering. It's just really, nice clear malt. It's not too malty. It's not like there's no breadiness or greeniness to it. It's almost just like regular, like water. It's not watered down. That's not what I'm saying, but it is. It's kind of that effect that you get from like Hill Farmstead. Like when I first had Hill Farmstead, it was like one of the first like hard to find New England beers. And the water that's just in it is just so pure and it's just so smooth. And this is basically what this is like. And citrus, huge citrus. A little bit of pine at the end. You always have like that pine or resiny hops, on the aftertaste, but it's not too intense. This is just really smooth, really drinkable. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people are looking for this beer. So with that being said, we're doing a star rating. I mean, give this a 6 out of 5. I mean, this is really good. I mean, this is really good. I mean, I don't know if you go that far out of your way to have someone literally mule this stuff to wherever, and you go meet up with them, like in a Walmart parking lot. And
I like that you're relating it to like drug mules, from across the border,
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a fine line between drug mules and
way.
craft beer mules. There's Tired Hands is maybe like 45 minutes away. They do stuff like this, but what I think what I like about Trillium is that they keep it very plain. They don't do a blueberry milkshake IPA or something like that. Basically, from what I've seen with all their beers, they like to experiment, but they just keep it very plain. They keep it
They're very
you know,
traditional.
yeah, very traditional. And so yeah, I mean, would I have this beer again? Totally. This is a good beer, but it's a good treat. It's definitely a good treat. So yeah, that's it. Here, I'll throw the rest of the stuff in there.
Now I'm
Now I see
really,
it's a cloudy beer.
yeah.
Is there like a can you see like floating bits of hops, or is that all it sort of looks like yeast? You'll sort of see on the bottom of that glass.
Not too much.
Okay.
This is only like a month old. Let me see what the.
Okay, so it's probably
actually,
yeast.
hold on. There's a message on here usually.
Don't put a beer on your keyboard.
Yeah,
Been there, done that.
Don't drop the beer.
No. All right. So it was canned January 23rd of this year.
Okay,
So that's still pretty fresh.
that's pretty fresh.
Yeah, and I think the message on it is called, or it says Wild Will.
Mm.
So kind of maybe like a play on words of Wild Bill. Yeah, I don't know. But
That'd
yeah,
be cool if
usually,
like the name of the bottler. That'd be awesome.
yeah, probably.
That would be pretty cool.
But yeah, all right. So it's 7.2% alcohol. Usually it's in a pint can. What else does it say on here? Oh, now a lot of their IPAs are named after streets in and around Canton, or I'm pretty sure it's either Canton. I think they have a place in Boston now, but I think basically their home base is in Canton. So they have like Melter Street, Congress Street. So I think the first one I had was Secret Stairs, and they literally took a picture of stairs in Canton and and put that on their label. So yeah, they keep to their hometown roots. It's just a very nice laid out bottle. It's like this matte white finish with their Trillium label here. I don't know what, I guess Trillium is a flower because that's what their logo is. But I'm guessing Melcher Street is also this road right here that kind of goes across a river.
Yep.
Right here.
Gotcha.
Like that middle one. So.
Hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, I guess this is kind of like their the hired hands of Boston or whatever, but they keep it very traditional. So yeah, very hard to find stuff, and I guess it's Whale Wednesday, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, the only other Tired Hands we've ever reviewed here is my brother Scott brought a can back from when he was in Boston last, and I think it was, I'm looking at it, the Nelson Dry Hopped Fort Point. So.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it was dry hopped with Amarillo.
I'd have to look that up. I don't have that on here.
Because I knew they had each one. They do a special dry hop with a
really?
particular hop.
Let's kick out.
Remember, he did a review on a certain hop, and he looked it up, and it was a different hop. So they changed it every so often. But that brewery's great.
Cool.
When you go inside,
yeah.
you walk inside, and it's basically you're in a bar, and it's shoulder to shoulder. It's all, you walk up to a bar, a guy asks you, how many flats of beer do you want? Because people are just there getting growlers or flats, full, like 20 something cans. But it's basically the size of shoulder to shoulder, long bar. Behind it, the glass wall with oak barrels, which they're starting an oak program. So they'll be breaking away from doing some IPAs and doing more oaky aged beers, which would be interesting.
Now, is that at the Boston location, like downtown?
Yep. Yeah.
Like I said, it's like I walk out of the hotel, I go around the corner, and Trillium's right there. So I'm gonna have to make sure that when we go up, I'm gonna be making sure I have enough room for like several flats of beer to bring back. Yeah, I think that would be fantastic. I'll have to share some.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've ever collaborated with Tired Hands, but just for discussion's sake, I was at the other half Trillium release of Like Whoa.
Oh.
So that was a pretty big release. There was, I think, the line wrapped around the little block of Brooklyn maybe like one or two times. So but they're pretty good friends with the other half.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of mega-sized beer Steve has in store for us today. You know what's funny? And with that, Steve, would you like to show the mega-sized beer that you have currently?
I do.
Back to back.
I don't know if Sammy was here last Friday because
I think so.
Yeah, she was, I think.
I did show off
Both.
a sized can of beer, which happens to be a crowler. It's an official can growler, and I brought 2 crowlers home from Trogs Brewing last week. Really, some pretty awesome stuff that they have there. I grabbed a crowler of, and I still have my 12-pack here of what you can buy, which is their first cut. Their homage to the the first nip on the hop line of the season. So in hopes of a much better hop crop later on. And I got this crowler, which is something that you can't actually get outside of Trogs Brewery in Hershey, PA. In fact, Green Giant, you were there too last week. We were both attending the same conference. We didn't get a chance to get to Trogs at the same time, but this one of their Scratch Series beers was on tap last week, and I got a crowler of it. So this is Scratch beer number 273, and it's their dry hopped pale ale. So out of their Scratch series, in fact, let me put the link up. The Scratch series at Trogs is their it's their drawing board small batch stuff. As you can see, they've had several hundred so far, and this one is quite nice. It's one of the ones I sampled last week, so I had to get a crowler of that, and I was gonna take it into our favorite pub sometime this week and share it, and I decided that I was just gonna drink it here.
Nope, I can't wait that long.
Holy shit! There is several hundred. Look how many. Wow.
Yeah, they've done tons of small batches. The Scratch series there is really popular, and you can't really buy many of them outside of the actual brewery.
Oh.
I actually disappeared off camera for a little while Swig was doing his review because I remembered I got to get a proper glass. So
Proper glassware.
I totally forgot to.
Can't go wrong.
So pop and open the crowler. And for those of you that didn't see the show last week, on Friday we had moved it to Friday. I guess Ted, you had it on Friday, right?
Yep, on Friday.
Kind of explain the crowler concept, which is it's a 32-ounce can, and they fill it like a growler and goes into their automated growler filler, which is just a whole cool robot of beer selection. And then they take the can out, put the lid form on top of the can, and put it into another machine, which raises it up, spins it around, and crimps the top of the can on. So you've got essentially freshly draft beer in a nice can, so you can take it home. And it's obviously a smaller than a regular growler, a 64 growler. So this is Dry Hop Pale Ale number 273, Scratch Series from Trogs Brewing in Hershey, PA. And
a bit jealous.
We'll pour this out. It is indeed a busy beer. I'm trying to pour it a little slower, but it's not working. So it looks like a nice carbonation.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty light caramelly color. Let's just let that settle a little bit. Wow, it smells so good. I had a sample of this while I was there. I just got a flight of a couple samples, and this is one of the 2 Scratch Series beers that I got, and it's just totally delicious. So, and what's weird about it is it's a pale ale, but being dry hopped, it's like drinking an IPA. So it's like wait. So it's almost an IPA, but with a dry hop.
Nice.
Dark IPA too, which is sweet. Almost not so pale ale.
Almost not so pale. Yeah. And that's the same taste I got last week. So it's sitting in the crowler for 1 week, which is stretching it for an IPA or a pale ale, but it's quite nice. It's still got some carbonation bubbling up from the bottom. Yeah, definitely get that little bit of sweet at the beginning. But the dry hop and the bitter comes through a little bit more on the back end. So their let's see, their description for this particular one, it's 5.7 ABV is the way they've got it listed here. Inspired by their winning beer from their 2016 Metal Brewer Coworker Homebrew Contest. So I guess they had like an in-house small batch contest, which is pretty awesome.
Magic Cat used to do that. It was awesome. I love it.
Cool. They say the dry hop ale features a variety of aromatic hops, create tropical fruit forward beer. Kolsch yeasts providing a hint of sweet orchard fruit, giving a crisp, clean finish. They've got Azaka, Citra, El Dorado, and Vic Secret in the hops category. I just don't know which or all of them were the dry hop part, but and a Kolsch yeast. So yeah, very tasty. Their malts are Kolsch, Pilsner, and wheat too. So they've got this is quite the recipe for a small batch. Really tasty though. Yeah.
Whoa.
I would.
What happened here?
If you're in central Pennsylvania, definitely go get some.
Swig went bye.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I
you
still see
did.
him.
What the heck happened then?
I see him.
I don't know. I'm here though.
Oh no! What? Why is all the people all sorts of? All right, I'll deal with this in a little bit.
Somebody's
On the fly. You got this.
Someone went. This is a lot of editing here. All right. Well, because for some reason now Swig, you have Swig's name, Steve, in his. Okay.
Oh,
I thought that was a command.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Camera swap. It's a little bit crazy. Okay. Well,
we'll do it live.
Continue going, Steve. I'll just.
I'm gonna continue drinking while you fix this.
I don't know if I can. It's just there's so many things I have to flip now. All right, just
I hate drinking while you work, but somebody's
drinking while I work. Yeah, well, yeah. I hate working while I drink.
Trogs Brewing. So that's 2 weeks in a row I've had a Trogs here, and a big ass can of beer, a crowler of 273 Pale Ale. Really delicious. It really is kind of a citrusy middle, but yeah, it's got that little bit of a sweet fruit hit to it, and just a nice smooth bitter at the end. Nothing too heavy. So it still seems to be in the pale ale category, but I'll tell you what, dry hopping really takes this one up a little bit. So that's one of my favorite things. So a little bit of a dry hop theme that we've got going on tonight.
Yeah,
That's right.
Nice.
So,
What's the alcohol in that? 7.2. Okay, you enjoy that.
No, it's not. It's 7.2.
Okay.
You have his stuff in his name now. So
Okay.
anyway,
I see.
all right.
I
So
see.
it's 5.4.
Okay, not so bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Bloody
We'll
hell.
survive.
And you know, when I go back here, yes, everybody's names are all fucked up. Great.
It's out. Got that out of the way.
Creative editing. We're just gonna go right up.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Here, let me pass this through the
Oh
can.
yeah, so 5.4. Okay.
All right. Somewhere along the line, something happened. I'm not sure what, but we're just going to go right there. So,
Right.
Steve, what would you actually rate this then?
So I've been thinking about the number that I would give this. It's just having it there fresh. It was definitely a 4. In fact, I might have actually rated that while I was there, so I should probably.
Oh, all right.
I should probably take a look at what I actually gave it while I was on site. But after a week, this can is still full of carbonation, and it's still quite
That's surprising.
quite crisp. Yeah, that's
Good to know.
This whole can beer thing is really
Growler thing.
it's a really good it's a good sell.
Did you keep it cold from the brewery to your fridge, basically? Like I'm sure you brought.
I
I
didn't have anything like a cooler to put it in, so
Okay.
it sat in with the other crowler, and it was just kind of surrounded by all the equipment that I had jammed into my car for the conference that I was at.
Right.
So it did have like a little padding around it and a little bit of
Okay.
insulation, but I didn't have a cooler. But as soon as I got it home, it went right in the fridge. So it's been in the fridge ever since last Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
So one week later. and I don't see. I did not. I did not rate it. Okay, so I'm good with giving this a 4.
Okay.
Without even having to think about it. Even after a week in the can, it's still pretty good. But on site, well, when you're on site at a brewery and you're getting something fresh draft, small batch, I'd probably be tempted
Right from
to
the
go
source.
Yeah, you can't go
Right
wrong
from
with
the
that.
well.
Yeah.
So wait,
yeah,
Papa Chubbs is asking, Ratchesphere, can you get Trogs up in Vermont?
I cannot.
Cannot. Oh, maybe I'll have to bring you.
Not in Manchester. Maybe I can get some in
Oh.
next town over, but
I
I
gotta
doubt
think. I gotta think of what beers I want to bring you. You know, it's a bunch
I'm
of
trying to get a heady topper.
Are you? Oh.
I'm trying real hard.
If Beer Swap gets fixed, I will send you a sampler. Yeah, we're working
Oh,
on
boy.
we're working on doing the beer
There's the
trading
topper.
inside of inside the channel, guys.
Discord.
So yeah, so well, I'll get to that actually once we're done with once I'm done with, because everybody's drinking except for me. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Your turn.
Yeah, my turn. So real fast, London, thank you for the auto host, and Killer Bunny, thank you for the auto host. Do appreciate that. All right, let me get this bad boy done here. I'm up, rules out, beer on. All right, so my brother Scott B, who's on here a bunch of times with us, he was over this weekend. He brought me several different canned beers from the Jersey Shore area. A lot of stuff from Carton, which my wife and I have consumed, and the reason why we consumed it is because he's already reviewed it. So I can't review it again, but I'm gonna drink this one. I'm not sure if he actually, this is my backup beer, by the way. But what I am going to be doing, and I've never had a beer from Dark City Brewing Company. They're out of Asbury Park, where I actually surf around there a lot. Asbury Park, Belmar, and Spring Lake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a beer I've never had before. It's called Bond Street Brownie. It's an American brown ale. Apparently, the previous version of this was a little bit lower, so it's not 4.8 anymore. It's 5.1. So sorry about the mishap there on the thing. So let me crack this bad boy open, and I have like napkins here just in case, because last week that what was it,
Yes.
it exploded on me while I was trying to open this damn can. Oh, that tasted
Just
really
shake
good.
your hand.
All right, so I'm not sure if these guys do all cans, but again, this is the first time I'm having it, and I'm drinking out of my craftcans.com. So Russ, if you're watching, hype for you, my good man. And we'll get to that in a second. Well, after I'm done with this. So, you know, the one thing about my taste in beer is that it kind of changes as the seasons go. So we're getting on the tail end, especially with, oh man, that's really heady. Jesus
That
Christ.
heads.
There's a joke
it's all
here.
aroma.
There's a
All
joke.
aroma.
Yeah, there's a joke here. I'm so not gonna go with it.
Too easy.
It's way too easy for that joke. So when I cracked this open, the first thing I smelled was like caramel. And I was kind of leading to, like, right now it's like the tail end of the type of beer that I like to drink, like during the winter, you know. So this brown ale is right up the alley for right now. But since it's getting warmer, I'm gonna start jumping into different types of like of not lighter beers, but like citrusy, hoppy beers and stuff. But I tend not to drink darker beers during the spring and summer. Maybe spring, tail end of it. But bad joke. Did a sound effect work?
I don't.
What's the deal with this Agent 1010101?
Oh, he's a bot. So yeah, he's
a cool
bot.
dude.
Cheers to the bot.
Cheers to the bot. So Agent,
Thanks for joining us, Agent.
Yeah. So he's actually a leftover from when I used to stream video games, right? Under a different name. I had the name actually had 42 in it, and 101010 is the binary code for 42. So a little nerdy nerdy thing there going on.
Easy.
Yeah. So now that I let this a little bit, the head get a little down, I'm gonna try to take a taste of this bad boy. I gotta say, this is lighter than I was expecting. It's bitter. It's more bitter than I was expecting. When it comes down to when I opened this up, like I said, I smelled like that caramel. I'm not getting in the caramel notes on this at all. It really tastes like more like bitter coffee to me. Let me see what the notes say. Yeah, well, malt, chocolate, toffee, but I don't get any of the chocolate or toffee in this at all. It's more in the aroma, which is kind of a shame because I was kind of really expecting like something that had like sweet malts, instead of like bitter coffee, So, I mean, I'm not a coffee drinker, but this literally tastes like black coffee to me.
Huh.
It's the only way to drink coffee. None of that frappuccino, caramel latte.
Yeah, I mean, I don't drink a lot of coffee at all. I tend to only drink coffee when it's in my beer, But let's get the head. Let's get the head down. Oh Jesus, there we go. The head jokes are coming.
Yeah.
Let the head get down. Get down on you. All
right, moving on.
It's a session stout in the winter. Nice Dark City, small. It makes a great blueberry IPA. Joe, this is my first time drinking Dark City. So
blueberry IPA, interesting.
Huh? You gotta let me know, man. I've never had any of the other beers, so I'm curious.
Beer trade.
Hey, why not?
Discord.
We'll get to that. I got a lot of things to cover after this, so there's no Doom command mod. I got to make one for you. It's gonna be something different than that. So
Monica, it's been a while.
Yeah,
welcome back.
Monica, the moderator of Doom.
Yes.
Yes, there you go. It's a session stout for the winter. I can get that. I just was really hoping, Joe, that it was a little bit more like malt forward. There's some more. I was hoping for more sweetness in it.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah.
Yeah.
But
2 IPAs, 2 sweet beers.
Yeah, but it's not. There's not a lot of sweet in it. It's good, but I'm not really. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest with you. Again, I think that bitter coffee is really kind of kicking it to me here. I mean, if there was a little bit more like a milk stout to it, because we actually brew like a milk stout. They do a collaboration with Boone Store Maple Bacon Porter, I think. Ooh.
Oh God.
Ooh, nice.
So Joe, I'm assuming you're local to Jersey then, since you know about the beer. So
beer trade Discord.
Echo. Little hype there. I don't know. Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you work for the brewery, Joe? I'm just curious.
Even more so.
Again, the color is very very traditional. It's not like super dark. But you can see there's a little bit of light there. You can see it's a nice
light passing through at the
nice
top.
dark brown.
Is that like a tan head too, or is that light?
It did have a very tan head.
Okay.
You can still see a little bit there. Not too much carbonation, which isn't bad. No, I'm a Maryland guy, but I'm up in Jersey. I grew up in Jersey. So I guess you visit all the time. Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, I was expecting it to be a little bit more, which is again a bit disappointing. But all in all, I think this is a pretty good session stout. I don't really get much of the toffee except from the aroma in it, and I also don't really get much of the chocolate. And again, I think it's really covered up by maybe the amounts of coffee they have in here. But like I said, this is a very drinkable brown ale. That's again, I just wish it was a little bit sweeter for my palate. I mean, I'll give it. What's up?
Did they add coffee to the beer?
I don't.
Or is it just very coffee flavor?
It says big notes of malt, coffee, toffee, and chocolate. So they either added coffee or
Because roasted malt puts
Yeah.
which puts in a lot of coffee flavor. Like your roasted malt goes in coffee, your chocolate malt is obviously chocolate.
Yeah.
And when I saw the light, I saw sort of a little bit of like a red hue to it. That's typical of roasted malt as well. So I imagine that's where most of your coffee is sort of coming from. Yep,
Okay.
right around the edges.
Yeah, you can see it right there. That's actually
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
Look at that color.
So I imagine that's where you're getting all that from.
Okay.
And roasted malt's also very black, while chocolate's very brown.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's sort of the big part of the grain bill.
Hmm.
So that's very hard to sort of overcome is that flavor. So any sort of other flavors they're trying to bring into it's going to be sort of masked by that.
You know, it's warming up a little bit, and a little bit of the sweetness is coming, but again, it's still very, very bitter chocolate. Bitter coffee. I mean, would I definitely drink this? Would I drink this again? Yeah, sure. I definitely would drink this again. But I probably wouldn't give this more than a 3. I mean, I like it, but it's, I guess when I cracked it open, that smell was just so enticing, and then when I tasted it, it was just like, come on, you know, it's but it's a good beer. I wouldn't say it's I definitely would say if you were interested in trying a session stout, this is definitely one to try. I'm not sure how far they distribute. They do seem like they are pretty local to Jersey, so I'm not sure if they even get to Pennsylvania. But beer trade, as Drew has been whispering, beer trade. Discord. Get on Discord.
Inquire within.
Yeah, there's the Discord link if anybody's interested in joining the community for Discord. Yeah, so a few things I'm really excited about, right? Okay, so next week we will not be on at 8 o'clock. We will be on a little bit earlier. Actually, about probably 2 hours earlier. Yeah, so Isaac Newton's is having another tap takeover for Devil's Backbone.
Yes.
They are actually the owner of the brewery is going to be there. So I'm going to do some confirmation with Tim this after probably tomorrow or Friday. But it does sound like we are going to be broadcasting live from Isaac Newton's again in Newtown, Pennsylvania for Devil's Backbone. They have a button bar, and I don't even know what the hell that is, and like a photo booth. And, you know, Steve, I don't even know where the hell they're going to fucking put this stuff. I mean,
Yeah, really.
are they going to put it outside? Hey, everybody go outside with your beer and go take a picture.
Yeah.
That has cops written right all over it. And they're gonna line up
Absolutely.
They might even have a shower.
a shower?
Sour. Yeah.
What?
To take pictures of your beer with.
shower
Fuck you guys. Dude. Oh, that's absolutely horrible.
Kidding. There's not really going to be a shower.
No.
God. It could go to late night on Under the Suds soon with that one. No, we don't want to go down that path again.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Give us another few pints. I got this double IPA for Carton. I got a drink after this, so
Yeah, I'll take you there.
we'll get there.
Pouring out of those massive cans.
Yeah, you got that giant can.
I swear there's more than 32 ounces in this thing. I just keep pouring and it just keeps coming out.
You found the mythical D&D can of beer. It's the never-ending can of beer. It was a bag of holding.
It's a can of holding. Yeah.
Can of holding. There we go. Yeah. God damn. We went from my nerdy 42 to the can of holding. You know what?
You know who my brother is? Come on now.
Oh, it's true. It's true. So that's actually a fucking genius idea. I'm glad we came up with that, because if I ever do create like icons for this, I'm gonna figure out how to create a can of holding icon, like personal, like with these emotes and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a can of holding. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna do it.
Do it on Better Twitch TV. You can make your own emotes.
We'll get there.
Baby
Double
steps.
mixtape.
So the other announcement is that we are actually working on golden can of holding.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mongo's back.
for making sure you get me back on track. Love the squirrel moment. Hey, can the whole. Let's talk about cans. Speaking of cans, this is a great lead-in. Yeah, it is actually. My friend Russ, I've been talking with him. He, like I said, I mentioned he owns craftcans.com. He is going to be coming on the show very soon. We're working out what day. Is probably going to be an additional show as well as one of our regular shows on Wednesday.
Nice.
So that week we'll probably have 2. I'm going to post a link in chat. He's actually author of 2 books. He's working on the 2nd book right now. But what I'm going to hopefully do, Russ, if you're watching. So what I would hopefully maybe convince him to get a signed copy so we can give it away on stream. I think that would be kind of cool. But check out the book. I think it's on Amazon and a bunch of other places. But it's a pretty keen book about craft can art. I actually met him while at Oscar Blues, and we were both going there to talk to the brewer. And at the same time, we went on a tour. And great guy. I love what he's done with craftcans.com. So that's exciting. So I'm excited that he's going to be on maybe next week. We'll see. We're work that out. Other than that, let me think here. What's the other announcement? So I did something a little bit ridiculous. And this is
God.
What?
Oh God.
Oh God. No, it's not that ridiculous. I based on a friend's recommendation, my good friend Satharos, I actually put in an application for partnership on Twitch. So I got a response back and kind of positive, which is good. It gives me incentive.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me it kind of tells me that I'm going in the right direction. So we're going to be continue doing what we're doing with the show here every week at 8 p.m. And we're going to be doing a lot of pretty awesome special events going forward. And this was planned before I even did the partnership thing. So or attempted the partnership thing. So but yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. We're just really the only thing we got to do is continue building the community and get more people to come and talk about beer, because that's all it's about. The love of beer. Ladies and gentlemen, I really wish I had this sappy music, like if you remember the original Incredible Hulk TV show where Bruce Banner's walking away.
Does that work? Does that work?
Does that work?
I tried.
It could work. The beer drinking song, of course. It's not sappy.
I'll do what I can. No problem.
Dramatic.
Beer song. But anyway, you need to get your hands on some Hoof-Hearted out of Ohio. Killer IPA, coffee-based brews. Cheers, I'm drinking killer. Everyone wants some Mosaic. Keep reviewing it. This was cool. Hey, if you love the stream, if you're brand new to the stream, drop us a follow, man. We're, like I said, we're here every single week. Unless I'm deathly sick or something happens.
Also, more importantly, on the upper left of the upper right of the screen is a little drop-down menu, or where your follow is. Drop down, hit the notification button so you know when we're live.
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up, because I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. So you'll get a note on your cell phone, say, "Hey, we're going." So So you can drop on by, watch Escape Time, forget to fuck up our sound. All the normal stuff.
All the normal stuff. I've done that multiple times. So definitely, in the arms of Angel, for just $1 a day, you can help a group of beer drinkers keep on drinking.
God.
Absolutely.
It's fucking awesome.
That's perfect.
That needs to be like an ongoing command every 5 minutes. Pop that up.
I really should have planned this more with this sappy music.
On spot. Yeah,
What would you do if there was a beer right in front of you?
I know. Every dollar you donate goes to my beer addiction.
Those fucking commercials, though.
Oh my
They
God.
are the worst. They are the worst.
Yeah,
Squirrel. I'll say it. Monica, wait, I got it. Squirrel.
Wait, how are you now following?
Who?
You.
Oh, I press buttons twice. Don't worry about it. Moving
All
on.
right, we'll just continue on. All right. So Swig here is actually a beer photographer. So
Yes.
we met actually at the last tap takeover that we did.
Right.
At
Russian River.
Isaac Newton's Russian River. There's an entire 5-hour long highlight if anybody wants to watch it. It's a bit long, but
Yeah, it was a bit of like an all-day thing.
It
You know,
was.
just drinking,
it was
you know,
a
tapping after tapping.
giant
Oh, no.
all day thing. Well, why is this a squirrel moment? I don't understand.
Monica just loves squirrels. I mean,
I didn't
who
really
doesn't
go
like
off
watching
topic yet.
squirrels?
Well, you have to
My
understand.
cat loves squirrels. He watches squirrels all day.
Well, there's a reason why I have a squirrel sound effect, which it apparently didn't play, but
Oh, jeez.
yeah, it does happen. I'm ADHD and I get distracted, so you know it's like
Oh,
that
of
dog
course.
from Up.
Beers help.
Yeah, beer.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. You want to ride bikes? Because I definitely don't. Actually, I don't mind riding bikes. So, anyway, so you're a beer photographer, Swig. So, how did
Yeah.
you actually get into taking photos about beer?
You know, it's just like one of those things where, you know, the day was right, maybe the stars aligned, but I started working at a beer store and was like, you know what, I'm just
Sappy
going to
music.
start, you know, taking pictures of beer, you know, because basically, you know, you get all these new beers coming in and nobody really drinks at my store, so it's pretty much up to me to like kind of try them and, you know, give good marks on it. And I've been taking photos ever since I was a kid, so, you know, so I just figured, no, you know, why not? Why not start, you know, taking pictures of beer? Because usually when I take pictures, it's usually like a trip that I'm doing, or like
Yeah.
really like not like you know you take your camera phone out and you're in Philly and you snap a picture or whatever, but like actually, you know, having a camera in your hand, you know, snapping photos. It was usually like if you're on like vacation or something. So this was taking pictures of beer is really like my first like full time, you know, photography gig, so to speak, just to do on the side. So that's a lot of fun, and it's the response and the feedback and the growth that's come along with it is just, you know, it blows my mind. Whether how small or how big you might see it, but it's all in good fun. So that's what counts, right? It's all about having fun.
Yeah. So wait, you said something that kind of intrigued me. You said you got a job at a beer store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no
Right.
one drinks at the beer store.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
sort of
probably.
like a new thing in Pennsylvania. You know, I'm sure Drew, I don't know how beer is in grocery stores or gas stations, whatever, but being in Pennsylvania, you know, having beer in a grocery store is a new thing.
Right.
I think it
Congratulations, you
started-
guys.
No.
Yeah.
21st
No,
century,
we're-
Pennsylvania.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're somebody cute.
One of us.
The applause. But yeah, so it's new, and I'm actually quite lucky to be able to work in there because it's seniority based. So it's not like you
Ooh.
can go right from being a bagger to working into the grocery, you know, working into the beer store. You know, you have to accumulate a lot of years, and
Sure.
I think in beginning July or end of June, I'd be working for the same company for 10 years now. So.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely paid off. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and in selling beer and taking pictures of beer. You know, you go to events like, you know, the Russian River dinner or some beer fest, or, you know, I've gone to events in Philly. Depending on what the, you know, the beer, the brewery, or the wholesaler, you'll see the sales reps that come right into your store. So they'll see me, you know, I'll meet them at my store and then see them at an event. So
Right.
it's kind of different. Like they see me in a uniform, and then they see me in like regular clothes with a camera. So it's definitely a good way to build a rapport, because
Right.
definitely in Doylestown, like my grocery store's in Doylestown, and there has not been a six-pack store like this ever. There were two good beer distributors. One has since, they were both owned by the same people, but one just closed, where they sold the property to that one, and then they still have the regular beer distributor. Now, within the month, six-pack sales are allowed at beer distributors.
Oh yeah, that was like the 17th, right? Was it this month or was it last month? In January?
I think no, it was in January. Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
in January. So that's not, it's definitely kind of a complicated market in Pennsylvania right now because it had just been bars, for the longest time, and then they gave it to grocery stores, and now they're giving it to beer distributors. So I think every business is sort of like trying to iron it out and see what's best for them. And it's kind of just an experiment because this is new. This is new to Pennsylvania. We've been living in the dark ages forever. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm happy to be in the middle of it. That's for sure. I love what I do. The people that come in, they always, they're good beer drinkers, and they definitely see the
up, Gabe?
convenience of it. So yeah, it's definitely a success. But for going back to photography, but I mean, I've been taking pictures since I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. Got my first digital camera right before a vacation to Hawaii, and just started snapping pictures and whatnot. And then I moved up to this bad boy right here.
Well, that was the one.
Oh,
I think that was
boy.
the one you were using at the Tap Takeover, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or
Yes.
XLR,
This
right?
is this is a DSLR Nikon D5200. I guess this is pretty much your basic DSLR, but it's got all the bells and whistles that you can possibly imagine.
yeah.
It still has a kit lens. This lens right here is a 55 millimeter kit lens that only goes up to 3.5 f aperture. So I'm looking to get a bigger lens, or not a bigger lens, but like
Not yet, Gabe. Sorry.
But oh yeah, no worries.
Big
But
day.
yeah, this basically has like all the bells and whistles that you can possibly imagine. I've taken a couple photography courses, which has helped a lot, especially in college. So basically, I basically only shoot in manual. Very rarely, if I do shoot in auto, it's so that I can get a reading on what the environment is like in terms of ISO, aperture, shutter speed. You can really change the effect of the photo basically just with the shutter speed. Let in if you want more light, do you want less light. So that's basically what plays into taking pictures of beer.
That's pretty cool because you can get some really nice shots, and you've had some really great photos up there. But most of the time you have you use. So you said Facebook and then also Instagram, right?
Yeah, I don't do. See, I keep it very simple. Basically, all the editing that you see on that photo is with Instagram. I don't use Photoshop.
Okay.
I don't use anything else. It basically goes right from the camera to the phone, and I think that's a pretty cool medium, using Instagram, because it is quite simple. It just has the basic editing formats that you could possibly need.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't have sometimes, it depends on how the picture comes out, but I do wish I had, a bit more room in terms of how to edit a photo. But, when you're at a bar, when you're at like a Russian River tap takeover, and, you're trying to edit a photo with like a bunch of people around and stuff, you just want to do something quick. I mean, it fits the bill. So, I try to keep it simple and, just have fun with it.
How long have you been doing it for?
This will be like my second year, actually.
Oh, cool.
Around, I think maybe like beginning of March is when I started doing the blog called County Line Beer Blog.
Gotcha.
That's when I started really, and I tried to just do the camera phone. I just because I wanted to, sort of use that mobile app, mobile camera, medium. But if you have a camera like this, I mean, you have to use. I love the effects that come from this camera. You know, the depth of field effect, the blur effect that's in the background. You know, separating the can and just having that whole background just blurred out. I mean, how can you not, you know, take advantage of that? Whereas, you know, a camera phone, especially with this camera phone, I have a Galaxy S5. It's not a very good camera on the phone, so you know, you kind of, you know, and it's fun. It's fun to use. You know, just trying to, I don't know, change the shutter speed and apertures. You know, that's always fun. So
I think Gabe made a good point. That camera you have is not something you would either do for not for stalkers or ninjas, specifically ninjas. I think where would you put that in your ninja outfit, really? And that would be
no, no, it's quite chunky, and yeah, I mean it's kind of hard, you know, taking it to an event, but you know, you just, you know, it's whatever, you know, you make do with what you have around and whatnot. So. But I mean, I love what comes out of it. That's for sure. And I definitely want to get a new lens. I've kind of hit a ceiling now with this lens because it is a kit. This is kind of like a starter lens.
Gotcha.
So I just want to generate new effects, you know, and
so
yeah.
The Toaster brings up a good point. What kind of do you have any lighting difficulties with photographing beer? I mean, it's clear, right? You know,
right.
I mean, not clear, but most of them are transparent, right? You know, depending on the beer. But I mean, do you have any special equipment for it, or But a lot of pictures I saw you were outside, so or somewhere else. So.
Well, yeah, a lot of them. Oh, yeah, especially during the summer. During the summertime when the weather's nice, I try to take as many pictures that I can outside because the lighting is good. But definitely something that I use all the time. Is a tripod. Got to use a tripod.
Gotcha.
For one, it allows me to use a lower ISO, which cuts down on the graininess. I do bump it up a little bit because, basically, you're in my studio right now. So you're basically looking at like the 3 lights that I've used for taking photos, depending on which effect that I want. And I mean, this lamp is actually new, so I'm able to use this light right here to shine light directly on the subject. So that makes it a lot easier. Before, I had like an old school lamp. I'm like right behind my beer fridge. There was an old school lamp sitting there, and it definitely, when you have the beer in front of the lamp, it has the light behind it, but not in front of it. So you kind of have to, you know, change. You have to have a much longer shutter speed to generate so much light. I mean, up to maybe a third of a second, half a second, maybe even a whole second. Now, you can't hold a camera steady for a whole second, so it's always on tripod. The pictures that you saw that from the Russian River dinner, I mean, the light was perfect, so I was able to shoot at a much faster shutter speed. So.
Yeah. Hold on. It's a plot of a kung fu movie? I'm missing this here. I swear that's a part of a plot of a kung fu movie. Ninjas got to follow another ninja to get pictures. Some guy and blackmail him. Close.
You know, it might be Ronin. Ronin, that Robert De Niro movie. That's basically like off a kung fu movie or something.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, you could throw the link up to where you guys and Toaster, if you can give County Line, Swig what is it, the permit?
County Line beer. Here, hold on. I'll
post it up. I mean, if anybody wants to check out what he's been doing, it's pretty cool. You know, I love some of the photos that he has. You know, well, all the photos are pretty good. So there you go, County Line Beer Blog.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you can find out, you know, what Swig is doing. And the fact that your nickname is Swig is awesome. And we were talking about this off the stream, right? The fact that you know, you photograph about beer, and your nickname is Swig.
Yeah, it's perfect. It just fits. Everything just lines up perfectly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to do, and you know, it gets me out of the house on a day off from work.
The breweries love it. They love free publicity,
Yeah.
and and you develop a rapport. Not only do you just sell beer at a grocery store, but you kind of go out and see what's going on out there. So yeah, it's
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
Gabe, can I get a super smooth hello from Steve number 1? Wait, I don't
The
understand.
question is, who's Steve number 1?
Yeah.
Well, probably Steve Z, because he's
Yeah, well, yeah.
so, or I don't know what you're expecting.
Is this the second time we've heard we want a weird smooth
hello.
hello or whatever? I think last week we got a request for Steve to say hello too.
Was I really? Jeez,
Yeah.
that's so weird. I don't know what to say about that.
Gabe's got to think about you.
And it's the
Run
first 2
inside.
bumps from fist, and three fist pumps. Fist pumps. Really? I don't know where you're going with this, Gabe, but I'll go with it. So I cracked open this Dippa, this double IPA from Carton. It is fantastic. It's kind of what I was expecting and hoping for in a beer. Unfortunately, the Dark City was not what I was expecting. As far as I'm just catching up with some of the chat here. So as far as about who won the night, I don't know. I think it's a toss up between Swig's beer and Steve's beer.
Yeah, the Steve spear. Is what
The Steves.
Yeah.
Great.
Donald, Steve.
So I got a question. I want a keg beer. I've never kegged beer before in my life. Every single time I've homebrewed, it's I've bottled beer, and I don't like the fact that sometimes things explode.
Sure.
Right.
Fair enough.
So it is one of those. It's one of those things. Sometimes you do add a little bit too much, or too much sugar gets with inside your beer as you're adding into for enough for it to get some carbonation. Right?
Things start to pop off.
And start popping
as
off.
it were.
Yeah. Yeah. With the head. Quickly downhill from here.
We'll ignore that.
So yeah, I don't know. I've been really debating about kegging, and I don't know. My big problem about kegging is how long can you actually keep these kegs? Because if I was months.
Yep.
Like how long? How many months?
All depends on how clean you are with cleaning the keg.
Okay.
The easiest thing I can sort of ease you into kegging is you can do the same thing you do with adding sugar to a bottle. You can do that to a keg.
Oh.
You can naturally carbonate a beer in a keg, and if it exceeds the carbonation, it won't explode because there's a pressure release valve on top of the keg.
Yeah.
So it won't, obviously you don't have a bomb in your closet. So there's that. But you can add your measured amount of sugar, carbonate it that way, then you're good. And if it's well sanitized, it can be there for months.
Ooh, like 4 or 5 months, or
yeah, absolutely.
How
good the beer will be after 4 or 5 months. That depends on the beer. If it's an IPA.
Yeah.
The bitterness will decrease over time.
Right. The hops aroma will also decrease.
Absolutely. The aroma will die first, then flavor, then bitterness. So by the end of the 4 or 5 months, you might have an English bitter when you started out with a IPA.
And I really like English bitters, so
which is the original intention of an IPA.
Yeah.
Is when they traveled from England to India, hence India Pale Ale IPA.
Right. Exactly.
The IBUs, international bitterness units would drop down. By the time it would make it from England to India, it would become a bitter. But when it was in England, it was an IPA.
See, I knew they hopped the hell out of it for the travel.
Yep.
Because hops is a natural preservative, but
absolutely.
But I didn't know that it within that transition, it became the English bitter that everybody was normally used to.
Because people the soldiers in India want the English bitter.
Right.
But in order to get that English bitter, they had to hop the hell out of it in England. And when it reached over, it would decrease enough to make that same sort of area.
So I want a giant metal shrapnel explosion instead of a small glass projectile.
Dude, nice, congrats.
Well, no, because with kegs you don't have to actually add sugar into ferment with inside the kegs like Drew was talking about. You actually can force carbonate it, which brings me to the next point. How hard is it? Because, all right, if I'm going to keg beer,
Yes.
I have several kegs there. I'm not going to just go and be like a frat party and just kind of pour it off. I may want to actually build myself a kegerator.
Which is what I have.
Did you build it?
Yep.
Okay. So
It's
how
not that,
how hard
it's not
is
that
it
hard.
It's not that hard?
Nope.
All right. So how would you actually? What do you actually need to build a kegerator?
First of all, get a kegerator without a freezer in it.
Oh, so
If they sometimes have that freezer on the top.
yeah.
Don't get that. Look for one without one. There's I think Beer Advocate has a good blog about it, but it'll tell you the right cubic feet you need to fit a keg, because it needs to fit, obviously. I should find a YouTube video and I'll put it in Discord. But a good guide is you get this kegerator, whatever kind of model it is. You have to take the plastic shroud off, because all kegerators have a shroud to make it look nice. So it's just bare metal on the top.
Okay.
You have to get a mixture of cornstarch and water mixed into a paste, brushed on the top. Wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it's like a sort of a slurry.
All right.
Plug in the mini fridge. It's the wall. And put it on high, so the compressor turns on. When it turns on, you're gonna find a line dry faster on the cornstarch. That's where the compressor line is. That's number one goal is don't drill into that when you make your tower for the taps.
Okay.
Or you'll fuck up the whole thing.
Okay.
If you can avoid that line, which is now very easy to see because the cornstarch will dry faster. There's a video, I'll post it somewhere.
All right, that'd be cool.
And then you can put the tower somewhere like 2 inches or 3 inches away from that line. So you're obviously clear from the compressor.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have Freon blowing everywhere.
That would be bad.
Yeah. And then you put in your tower, and then you're good. And you drill your pilot hole, put a hole in, and put your tower on it.
So is there a way to protect the tap, like somehow, like, because there's no way that my wife's gonna let me keep this in the in the house, right? It's just no way. She'd be like, no, hell no, it's down in the basement, And so, I mean, how do I keep that from kind of like being exposed to? I have 3 cats, so might be bad. I don't want to go down there and be like, I see the cat licking the tap. You
can buy tap covers.
Tap covers?
Yeah, like any other, like what breweries and bars should have. The little nubs that go inside the taps to hold it closed. Or you can get, if you want to get really insane, you can get a tap lock.
Oh.
That the handle won't move.
So
if a cat wants to move up on it, like slide up on it.
I'm gonna need that for when Owen gets a little bit older. So.
This is fun.
Hey, Dad made beer.
Oh yeah, that part. Okay.
Oh my god.
Might have done that at a neighbor's house.
You may have done that at a neighbor's house?
May not.
I have done that.
Well, he had a kegerator outside by the pool, so.
Wow.
One day, there's beer.
How can you?
What does it taste? It tastes just like beer.
Yeah.
Go to a college in May and find out who's graduating and buy their fridge. I guess you could do that, right?
Yeah.
I a few years ago I had a mishap with some cider, and the fridge that's down in our basement still has a little bit of a gouge out in it because I had some exploding cider that it was like a shrapnel bomb. Cut off lids off of cans, cut off lids off of cut bottles in half. Beer was flowing out everywhere. But I always thought to myself, because I patched it up, and I always thought to myself, how great would it be if I could take that fridge and like drill through it where it was, and then have like a line, and then run that line upstairs and put it on our counter, and that was a dream that was quickly squashed. By the way,
I mean, you could do that. That's a possible thing. Yeah, that's something you can do.
I could.
it takes a lot of CO2 to push a liquid up that high.
Well, I'm not even just worried about that. I'm just worried about my
Your wife.
my wife slaughtering me in my sleep.
I mean,
you
yeah.
did what?
You did
oh,
what
nothing.
now?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And just funnel the rest of it, and I'll go take it down.
That's why you hide behind a picture. So you just slide the picture over and just find a tap there.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
That would
I
be
make a little
perfect.
cardboard cutout and just put
Yeah.
it over there. It looks like the kitchen.
It's like, don't mind me. Just gonna stick a little
Just
tap
gonna-
in here, put it right
yeah,
back,
just-
and we're good to go.
Don't worry about it. Put it in the cabinet. Open it
And
up.
never tell her.
No, that was she would never notice whatsoever. Horrible.
Yeah.
She was like, "What's this line? Nothing. Water. Totally
It smells like garbage beer. No.
garbage."
It cleaned
beer.
it. That smelled of old beer.
Garbage.
Beer.
Bad.
Any like recycling center ever.
What's up, Dark Hair Beauty? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I've longed to change the way that we're brewing, and we're actually planning on brewing next month. It's gonna be a minor, serious, mortal flesh wound. Yeah, that's definitely would be. There is a sound effect for that. I think it's fool or something like that. But yeah, I've been debating about doing this because like right now we have so many. I've collected so many bottles over the years for actually bottling beers, different types of bottles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't. I decided that I'm not I want to kind of get rid of that and kind of consolidate. But if I was going to, I need a way to dispense the beer.
I'm invincible! You're a loony.
Well, it could be
Cool.
that one as well. But hold on a second. There's another one. I'm just gonna go down. There's another one here. Wound. There it is. Wound. I want to play that one just because.
Run the line to the shower. Drink the bath.
What's
Whoa.
up, Sass? Thank you for the host, sir. Do appreciate it. How was your
You
stream?
stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look! There's a flesh
Is
wound.
it going good?
Just a fucking flesh wound, ladies and gentlemen. Just a fucking flesh wound. That's right. Monty Python has some of the best damn quotes ever.
Turn me into a newt. I got that.
Yeah, turn me into a newt. Yeah, exactly. Seth, how was your stream, man? Everything go well? You looked like you were running around and killing things again. Well, there's a lot of killing. So, I don't know if you got caught by the dead. Oh, dead. Oh, man. Oh, it works. It could be worse. Good. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate that.
Yup.
So I'm excited. Like I said, I think the Brewfest that's not the Brewfest. Well, there's a Brewfest coming up, but the Tap Takeover that's coming happening next week. That's gonna be a fantastic stream. I was about to hit that. Oh, he's quick, Toaster. He's quick. Yeah. So if you guys just joined the stream, we're gonna be live a little bit earlier next week, around 6 o'clock. Steve is probably gonna be there, possibly. Maybe. Okay.
No, I think we need the remote camera again.
Yes.
So we
Yeah,
could-
he had some
That
awesome.
was a great
camera work.
innovation.
Yeah, I kind of want to find out where you got that and just like buy my own version. So just in case, because you may not be able to come and accompany me to another place like that. Sometimes, so I have to have the equipment. That thing was genius. Seth killed people every time I watched them, and it only looked like he killed vehicles. Oh, well, there you go. Seth, you're killing vehicles. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, anyway, next week we're gonna be live at 6:00 p.m. On Wednesday instead of 8 o'clock. We're gonna be live at Isaac Newton's in Newtown, Pennsylvania for a Devil's Backbone. I guess it's like they just came to Pennsylvania, so
Sure
they're doing a lot of different pretty cool stuff. He talked about it at the conference. What?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
the
about.
conference. Don't you remember?
Yeah, in Hershey that I was at.
Oh right, yeah, he did. There you go. All right, sorry, it's a long night, and I'm on my second large can of beer, so I'm good. Let me pour the rest of this.
How's that
bottle.
carton though?
It's not that
Oh,
large.
Carton is awesome. I'm actually quite excited about going and talking to them about their beer. I got some emails out to a bunch of different breweries to do some special event shows, like Vault. My friend James owns that. Jeremy at the Chamonix Creek, and there's a lot of great breweries just around our area, So,
I gotta take a trip down.
yeah, man, you should.
It's not that far.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only like 5 hours.
Hey, it's an Amtrak ticket. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
that's true. Right into
Yeah.
Philly or into Trenton, it's not that far.
For sure, yeah.
Steve's hiding behind his giant can. Well,
it's true.
your can took up the entire stream.
Yeah.
Bigger than your head.
It's
Ken.
upstaging you.
I was actually quite curious about that. So you're hiding behind. How
There-
big is that?
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
That big, because it's like right near the camera. So
Yeah.
it's still 32 ounces. It is.
Yeah.
How big
The
is your-
beer.
Hey, killed that.
Yeah,
Make the question.
that is a
All
pretty
right.
cool.
No, oh, jeez.
I think your cat's attacking you quite possibly.
Yeah.
It's a cat mishap. Be careful. South Ross a wolf. He might
He
chase
was
it.
eating the cords of my
Nice.
headphones. Usually he just chills there on the lap, But no, he's gotta be up to his antics.
Cats
He's
and
a
their
beer
antics.
cat too. He's Instagram famous.
Oh, shit.
Oh man! Please tell me you don't feed your cat beer.
No, I tried. He sniffs at it though. I think he likes the hop aroma. That's for sure. So that's good.
It's that Cat Piss Simcoe
Yes,
we're talking
cat
about.
piss Simcoe. Jesus Christ, that damn thing. Oh my god! And we were talking about that last week. Like, why
Yeah,
would
there's-
anybody? And first of all, if you created a hops that smelled and tasted like cat piss,
Cat Piss, yes.
A, how do you know it tastes like cat piss?
Exactly.
Smell.
And B, well, you work in a veterinarian's so with your live
Hey.
use sample thing.
Oh
Hey,
my
now.
god.
Do you want me to change the oil when you throw me under
The
the bus?
amount of
Oh Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
jeez.
But no, but if you created a hops that has smells like cat piss, wouldn't you say to yourself, maybe this is a failure.
Maybe this is a bad idea.
Maybe this is a bad idea. Who the fuck wants to drink beer that smells and tastes like cat piss? I have no idea. I mean,
I'm sure there's a market for it.
There is.
What's the
I've had
market for
Simcoe
everything?
hops, like
Oh,
Simcoe
yeah.
IPA. Buh. No, thank you.
back to the cat piss stories. Well,
Yeah, sorry.
it's repetitive.
I work in a veterinary office. Sorry.
Just don't get me started on shower beer.
No. Can't put those two things
hold on.
together.
Hang on 1 second. Now you think I'm a great beertographer, but I'm pretty sure there's one picture on my phone of a beer in the shower, Ted.
I do not want to see
Hey.
you in a shower with a beer. No, seriously.
Nah.
You can
That's
keep that to yourself, my good man.
That's an 18
Really?
rating right there. This
Really?
is not a mature
Yeah.
stream.
Twitch is the policy about nudity. Please keep
Yeah.
that to yourself, dude. No.
If there's no nipples, we're cool.
No nipples, Phil.
That's the cutoff.
Thanks,
Can't
Ted.
have nipples in a stream.
Frank in financing loves his cat piss. Oh, that's really no one.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh god.
Oh, good God.
Oh, Frank.
Right.
We hit that time, didn't we?
Destroyed our confidence in you.
We found the line and crossed it.
Well, probably a little while ago we crossed it, but it
This
could
is
be
true.
worse.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Oh my God. Yeah. Jesus.
Fine hop.
Find me hops that taste like calzone,
Calzone.
and I'll be a drunkard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus. But how was it? It's like a cheesy smell. Is that like a calzone, like a bready
Hey.
cheesy?
When you age a lower IBU hop for about a year or two, it does have a cheesier profile, quote unquote. Is it Brew Your Own magazine brought that
really?
up? Yeah, that's what they use for hopping a lambic or any sour beer. That you won't get the flavor, but you'll get the IBUs when you age a hop for a lambic or a goose, whatever.
The
Yeah,
goose or
goes egg,
whatever they call that shit.
Yeah, whatever they call that shit. Is there a bacon beer? There are many bacon beers.
I will find some and
Dark
links in the
beer.
chat.
Yeah, there are many bacon beers. One of the first beers I've ever had, smoked beer. I
Any
had-
smoked beer tastes like bacon.
Yeah, I was Not Isaac's. It was Triumph Brewing Company in Princeton, the original one. And I remember tasting this smoked beer they had, and God, I was not ready for it. It was like literally drinking fucking bacon. It was just like, and I love bacon. I don't know why it would be bad,
bacon?
but it was just so much smoke and meat and weird. I was not happy about that, and they actually stopped that beer a long time ago, and they have a bunch of other smoked beers now. So, wow, you didn't know this. Hold on, I'm going to open up that link real fast. BaconToday.com. What? Yes, lots of squirrel moments today.
It's
does
fine. It's
happen.
fine.
It does happen. I thought you were going to sleep, Monica. Don't you have like a job? You have to go to work tomorrow.
You got responsibilities? Oh man.
Nah, I'm happy. I'm happy for that. Monica has a new job. She's
Good job, hype.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm very excited for you.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, I don't think I've actually had that. Is that by Rogue, the bacon beer?
Yeah.
It was by Rogue. Yeah.
It's a collaboration between Rogue Brewery and Voodoo Donuts.
Oh,
Yes. I went to Portland, Oregon, and went to Voodoo Donuts. They were a block away from my hotel.
Oh my God.
I done fucked up. It got like 20 pounds on the belly
yeah.
Oh.
every morning.
You end up rolling home. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I ate donuts and drank beer, and then I had a beer bacon donut. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Merge the
Donut
two
beer.
together.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God. Well, you know, I gotta say that I haven't had a bad bacon beer yet, but I haven't tried that one, so I don't even know if that actually is something that we can get anymore. It's limited. Release.
It was a limited release. Once I don't know. They might be seasonal. I've seen it come up once or twice.
I'll have to look out for it. Might
Keep
be
your eye on it. I recommend people trying it. It's okay. It's not what you expect it to be.
Find me a beer that tastes like donuts, and I'll be set.
Oh, okay. Rogue Brewery also did a lot, like I think 3 other collaborations with Voodoo Donuts.
They did a mango. They did a grape ape and another one, a lemon beer.
Ooh.
I think the lemon beer is the best one out of the 4
Oh wow.
because you can sort of hide the lemons and hops, so it's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Any citric thing you can put it. The mango one's not bad either. The grape one, no thank you.
All right. So you brought up a point. Have you bottled your mango habanero IPA yet?
No.
Still
Oh. Will you be able to bottle it and bring me some to PAX East?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
We gotta do a taste test.
All right. I had to ask. You know, we were talking about the fruit in the beer again, and I remembered.
It's
Mango habanero IPA.
still sitting there. Those cardboards over there.
Oh, nice.
Behind the dirty room.
That's awesome. Well, next month in Melbourne, we're having donuts and beer fest. What?
That's right, in Melbourne.
Donuts and beer festival?
Yes. There's a Donuts and Beer Festival. She sent me a link. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Well, if you move,
2 things you would think of
Well, the
Australia to be known
organizer,
about, though, is donuts and beer.
Really?
No, I guess not. I don't know.
I
We'll find out. I have no idea. But apparently there's a festival about it, so.
They just call it D.
Yeah.
Well, I love Australian accents when they say beer. It's just B.
B.
I don't know, Sammy. Is that how it sounds when you say beer? I'm just kind of curious.
Well, like the commercials.
Only in the commercials. Bleh.
Foster.
B.
Yeah.
Oh.
I always learn so much about beer stuff here. It makes me like the interesting drunk girl at the parties.
Just starts ranting about malts and hops and
Tell me
yeast.
more about it. That's
can't go
so cool.
Well, not that. No.
Fuck yeah.
Well, that was an impression.
Oh,
I know her. I know that girl.
Like, oh, her.
Yeah.
She's
How to paint the picture.
I made a mistake of drinking Rogue Sriracha beer.
I've had that.
It's good in cooking. It is a hard beer to drink.
I couldn't get through it. I couldn't get through it myself.
Yeah, that one's hard. My
You can
favorite
cook with it. That's it.
my favorite rogue was it was a Chef Morimoto,
Yes.
the Soba Ale.
Yep.
Ooh.
Love that beer.
Yep.
Love that beer. Yeah, it's just actually really, really, really mellow, really, really delicious too.
Wait, what was it? It's like a what's
It's called Rogue. Well, Morimoto Soba Ale. Let me see if I can find it.
soba? What is soba?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
Morimoto.
is.
Soba is a type of noodle in Japan.
Oh, right. We have
It's
that downstairs.
it's
like
kind of
buckwheat,
like
isn't it?
a it's a buckwheat version of
Yeah.
ramen.
Gotcha. Yeah, we
Not
use it a
not
lot.
shit ramen.
Yeah, we use that a
If I'm
lot.
not
Ramen.
mistaken, if I can chime in for a minute,
Yeah, sure.
Morimoto was like an Iron
Iron
Chef.
Chef. That's right.
Yeah. Is that anything to do
OG
with
Iron
it?
Chef.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
One
it's,
of the OGs.
it's actually
Iron Chef.
it's the recipe that they worked together with Morimoto on. So
No
Wow.
kidding.
give it his
Wow.
his picture's on the label too.
Did you
that's
post a link to
awesome.
it?
Morimoto's into the craft beer.
I was
Nice.
looking for it.
I found it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for it.
You know, he does have a restaurant in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, it's been open for many years now.
I've never been there.
Nah, me either.
Enter
Is
site.
Iron Chef still on the air?
There's the new American Iron Chef.
Oh, that's not. Yeah.
Oh,
They
you
still
know,
on it.
I've seen this beer. I never picked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go
It
look
is
for it.
delicious. It really is.
All right. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna do some reviews on it. I'm
I
sure.
usually find it at Shangy's when I go up to Shangy's. They
Oh, really?
they have such a great selection of like the outside, they're big bottles. I like those too. But yeah, they're like a
Yes, you
12
do.
pack. It's really, really good. I do.
Oh man. Oh, Sammy, you got denied. What did you say? Oh, you
She's trying to
posted
post a
a
link.
Oh, all right. Donut Fest.
Brewfest.
Oh, good God.
Donut and Brewfest.
Hold on. We'll clear that up here.
There it is.
There we go. All right, there you go. Donut and Brewfest. All right, now I gotta check this out. It kind of makes me hungry at
Incredibly awesome.
the same time. And I thought
in
the
March.
beer and bacon fest was awesome, but Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
All right, just that opening graphic is
All
great.
right.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna start a donation goal on my Twitch. Go ahead and over there and donate some money for me to go to Australia for the weekend.
I
For
only
the
have-
weekend.
$5, Drew.
I only have one stamp from Australia in my passport.
Yeah, same thing with me. I've only been there once. I gotta
Once.
get back. It was a hell of a trip, and I loved it. You know,
Great country.
as a kid, I always wanted to go to Australia. When I went, it was just I only got a chance to go to Sydney. It was fantastic. It's had some really great. Actually, there's a. I'm probably not gonna find it in my really really messed up desk. Oh, look at this. Carton Brewing
Poker chip?
token.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
So at the brewery, when you go, they actually give you can get chips to do samples. So you can buy chips to do samples. And I didn't use one of them, and this wasn't what I was fucking looking for, but it's actually kind of cool that I found it. I had a coaster from a really cool small brewery, like a brew pub from Australia, and I'm gonna have to look for it for next week's stream, but it's around here somewhere in this disaster which I call my office. So I'm gonna have to look for it. It's like red something. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But I'll have to see it. But I love that. I love going to Australia. It was one of my favorite places to go to.
I plan on going within the next year or so.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Wow, hazelnut beer. Yeah, no, there's a lot of different pretty cool beers. You're looking at other Rogue beers most likely because they have the hazelnut brown, right?
So good.
It is really good.
I got the they made a spice hazelnut brown rum because they have their distillery too. It's okay.
Right. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Not the greatest rum I had, but it's not bad for a brewery making rum.
Well, a lot of breweries are actually doing that now, which is interesting. You know,
I think Boston Beer Company's making it as well as Dogfish Head.
Dogfish Head definitely does have they have a rye whiskey, I think, and a I forget, that's the only one I kind of remember.
Mhm.
But it's like a rye beer they did. They turned into a whiskey, which was, to me, I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
I love rye whiskey. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really drink a
Yeah.
lot of hard alcohol. Most of my thing is just beer, obviously.
Mhm.
That's why we're here, guys.
Hey,
Exactly.
You know, so, but yeah, it's yeah. When I do get a chance to, do you mean stream in 2 weeks? What do you mean stream in 2 weeks?
what? We'll be
Explain
here next
yourself,
week,
Gabe.
just a little earlier.
No,
Be a little
it-
cryptic.
yeah. So if you're Gabe, if you're talking about the stream, it's next week is the stream for,
2 weeks will be PAX, by the way.
no, the 8th. Yeah, the 8th will be. I will
Basically
not-
PAX. Are you
I'll be-
doing a
I'll be-
show?
What's up?
Are you going to be doing a show on the 8th, the Wednesday before PAX?
I will be doing a show the 8th Wednesday before PAX. Actually, Sathros and I have been talking about doing a PAX preview show.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's not a beer stream, but I have to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit better. But I've been looking through, seeing a bunch of different games. You know, the vendors are going to be there. If you guys are going to PAX East, and if you're watching this video, you know, can't really find the exhibitors on the website, which is fucking weird to me. But
It is weird.
on the iPhone app, they actually have a list of the exhibitors. So I've been going through each one of them, and you know, and Toaster, that's where I found that one game, that Mothership for you, which I thought you would really like. But yeah, but I thought it'd be really cool to kind of what the coaster is you're looking for, unless you bring it to Isaac. Oh, you're right. Okay, bring it to Isaac's. Yeah, that's true. No, I'm not gonna bring a coaster to Isaac's. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of good beer, hopefully. So it'd be good. So it is what it is.
But I think at PAX East, or if there's still the same vendors from PAX South, there's 2 other fun, awesome beer-related games too, as well as our buddies, whatever, hop games.
The hip hops. I looked for
Hip-hops.
them. They're not on the list.
Huh?
I'm
And
sad.
so they might be, they may not be. So I hope they will be.
Yeah, maybe they're going to be a late edition. What Drew's talking about is that he brought back and he sent to me Hip Hop's Brews of the World game. It's a card game we played. There's actually a highlight that we have on our channel. If you go back to it, it's my wife and I playing, and her beating the crap out of me the first few rounds as we were figuring out the game. But it's basically a game similar to War that has you know, beers on it. And some of the artwork is fantastic. I'll show you 1 or 2 of the cards, and then I'll just kind of shut up about it. But you know, so I mean, you have different stats on the cards and whatnot. It's kind of cool. The hops and whatnot as well. They had an epic card from Brewdog.
Yep.
So I would always get my wife. I'm looking for, but it had like the bitterness value was like 250, right? Which I think is probably the highest bitterness in here.
Yeah.
So I
250. Holy fuck! I don't think you can even taste that.
yeah, it was.
I think your mouth can only like distinguish like 180 something IBUs.
I can't find it now, but I'll have to go and look at it and see what I can find, because there's like 40 something cards in here.
Yeah.
But Drew was also kind enough to send me another packet that wasn't open, so I think not next week, but maybe the week before we go to maybe the 8th, we'll probably get some trivia going up and ready. I know Toaster's excited about that. And give
Maybe
away
he'll win.
give away the card the card game that Drew sent to me, and also a booster pack. So what we have here, which will be the prize not next week, but the week after, is a full unopened deck of cards from Hop's Brews of the World game, plus a booster pack that you can add to the game. So it'll be something we're going to give away, like I said, not next week, but the 8th. But I am bringing the other copy of that tasting notes back up for you, Drew, because I know you said that was the game you really were interested in.
Yes.
So
Definitely recommend check that game out. That game is awesome.
yeah, and I'm going to find a time where we can actually play this.
Yeah.
On on the stream.
Scan that in your computer before you send that out.
I got one. It's got a scan. So it's
Sweet, awesome.
And also, and this is gonna be the last thing I think because it's getting a little bit late here, guys. So we're running a little bit late. But generally we stream for about an hour and a half. But sometimes we go later. So in that hip hop cards, the beers of the world. Brews of the World, you actually create your own cards and then put it up online, and then they actually might take that and put it and make a card out of it, which is kind of cool. So I have that, and maybe what we'll do is we'll do a competition where I'll release that image, that scanned image. You guys can create your own cards, and then we'll send it all over to Hip Hop Cards and see what they do with it. It might be kind of cool to see what they do.
For sure.
There should be a CMS booster pack. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. Gabe had a great idea for packs, and I'm not sure if we're gonna get around to doing it, but like CMS cards for everybody. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Magic cards. So, yeah, that would be kind of fun. All right, so guys, I know we're running about a half an hour over, but I'm glad you guys were able to hang out with us tonight. I'm
sure.
I'm pretty excited. So. Again, I just want to go through really quick. Next week, I mentioned before, we will be at Isaac Newton's. It was starting at probably around 6 o'clock, latest 6:30. They are having another tap takeover for Devil's Backbone out of Virginia. This is the first time they're coming to Pennsylvania. And they're actually running events throughout Pennsylvania, but Isaac's good friends with us, so they said come and broadcast live, so we're ready to go. Steve Z probably will be there. With his epic,
I will be there as well.
Swig will
right
be
after
there.
class.
Right
Yes,
after class.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Steve team will be there.
The Steves.
Yeah, on
Steve!
rabbit.
Stevie, I'm looking for you. That's for Saf. Anyway. Well, there's a little sound effect on this thing. Stevie chases him constantly, and it's a problem.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, how's that for a slice of fried? Saf! Dude, thank you for the donation. You didn't need to donate to me.
Woo.
Oh man.
Oh, money.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm gonna put that to that mobile streaming microphone that I need to buy for other things down there. Yeah, $5 donation. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
All right.
I'll have to say, I'll buy you a pint or more when we're at PAX East. So don't worry. Money well spent, my good man.
Seth's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, Seth's flying in from Norway. So
Holy fuck.
Whoa, Norway.
Holy fuck, yeah, man.
My ancestral homeland.
Ancestral
That's where Swig
homeland.
comes from.
Vikings
Yeah.
all around, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Vikings
absolutely.
all around.
Skull.
Yeah. So, besides the next week's Tap Takeover, we will also be live with Russ from carafcans.com.
Nice.
Setting up an interview with him, a good friend of mine, and I put a link out there before where for his book. So I'm gonna drop another link for it just in case you didn't see it. That's gonna be on a Thursday night, so there's gonna be a week where there's gonna be 2 streams. Kind of cool. Really excited. I don't know if it's gonna be before PAX, but we'll see. We'll work stuff out. And I actually have a bunch of really cool brewery interviews lined up. My friends from Two Ton Brewery is coming out. We're going to be talking to my friend Jim, who owns Two Ton Brewery. I knew him from college. Great guy. That's up in North Jersey, around the shore as well. And also working on talking with Jeremy from Neshaminy Creek. And my friends from Vault, James, who is a stand-up guy, and both breweries do some great beers. Other than that, I think we're pretty good for tonight. Unless you guys have anything else to say or drink, I think this is a good time to call it a...
I did crack open a Hop Slam here this year.
Ooh.
So, not as good as the first time, though, I have to say. No, it's just, I don't know, it's different. Although I did see at some of the Wegmans, they had like stacks of Hop Slam. I'm like, how did they get like stacks and stacks of Hop Slam? We only got 1 case. Well, I mean, but we're a much smaller operation at where we're at. But not trying to get into logistics and all that. But, I mean, it's still a solid beer.
Well, we were debating that the other day. Actually, it was like Hop Slam came out in 2000, right? I mean, it was the hoppiest probably beer on the market at that point in time, but there's a lot of beers that have overtaken that since then.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It's still
for sure.
Still a fantastic beer. I can't go wrong with Hop Slam. But Wednesday night, tonight's your last basketball game. Oh, very cool. All right. I can't wait. I'm glad you're going to be around more often. We always love your company, Dark Air Beauty. All right, so real fast, let's look for someone we can actually drop a host to.
Before we go, can we do a quick rundown of who reviewed what beer?
That's actually quite a good idea. All right, so Ratchet Sphere, you went first, so Drew.
Yep. I did. Red Velvet, 3 out of 5. Needs to be more chocolatey. Yeah. Let's go from side to side.
Yeah, look at that epic dead guy.
The artist that they have is fantastic.
Fucking love cake. Yeah, it's having a great time.
These guys had some toxic cake.
Yeah.
Toxic cake.
Velvety smooth.
So you went next. So what was the beer you had?
All right. So I got Trillium Brewing Company Double Dry Hop Melter Street IPA. Get it while it's hot. Yeah, there you go.
Beer.
Super stoked because Trillium is like
Wales, bro.
Yeah,
it's good.
Trillium is right behind the hotel that we are actually at. So staying at. So I'm kind of stoked about that. And Steve, you had a crowler.
I had
crowler number 2.
Crowler number 2 from Trogs Brewing last week. Picked us up on Wednesday, so this is a week old. It was one of their scratch series, number 273 out of 270, 8 or so of their scratch series. It's their dry hopped pale ale. I gave it 4 out of 5. Quite delicious, even a week after being in this crowler. 32 ounces. I finally ran out.
Oh, damn. Poor guy. Beer holdings ran out. Jeez.
He drink that whole crowler by himself. Oh, man.
That's horrible. How could you survive? I mean, I don't know.
I'm drinking this.
Sitting down, that's why.
Yes, exactly. I did Dark City Brewing Company. This is a brewery out of Asbury Park, New Jersey. It's the Bond Street Brownie. It is a session brown ale. It was okay. I gotta say it was after it warmed up. It kind of grew on me. I really wish there was a little more malt in this forward, but you know what? That's the way it is, I guess. So I would definitely love to try some of their other beers. And if you haven't noticed, we actually started something new with the beer reviews. So we are adding on ratings. Everybody's going to give a star rating, and I rated that about 3 out of 5. So, very cool. All right.
Have we found a name yet for these reviews?
No, still. Are you a fan of Indian Pale Ales? Yes. I actually did my second beer of the night, which we don't rate. This is just my backup. Is a double IPA, DIPA, from Carton Brewing Company. And I think my brother Scott already reviewed this, so that's the reason why I drank it. So, because we don't review anything more than once, ladies and gentlemen. Only once.
Nah.
We'll still drink it twice.
So when Steve actually had the heady topper, I was like, damn it, I really wanted to do that one.
I had the one can from my friend Terry, who's he owes me some more, so hopefully he'll get us.
I'll try and get some too.
Yeah.
I'm in the
it's definitely
state.
one I want to have again.
Yeah, it was a good beer. It was definitely a very good beer. And actually, what is up? How are you, man? Thank you for being here, man. I do appreciate it. Yeah.
What can I say?
All right, guys. So nice. You got the crowlers back there.
Oh yeah, my dead soul. And my heady top.
Your dead crowler in your graveyard of beer cans.
And my heady topper, empty can.
The ones to be proud of.
Very proud of it.
That's awesome. All right, guys, let's go give a raid to Warwitch. I think he's still streaming. He looked like he was streaming a few seconds ago. Hopefully he didn't just sign off. Guys, only post that once in the channel. Don't go overboard with that. So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Ted. This was awesome.
Anytime, man. I'm glad
I
you
got
could come
broken
on.
in. I'd love to join again.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
off on Wednesdays and stuff, so if you want to have me on,
That works, man.
I'll be up.
That works. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. And appreciate it. And guys, make sure you do check out Swig's photo blog, beer blog.
County Line Beer Blog.
There you go. Check it
There you
out.
go. There you have it.
He's a beer
Here's your
photographer. He knows his
Beer
stuff.
Beertographer. Hashtag beertographer.
You gotta coin that, man. Gotta coin that.
Yeah, all right, hang on. No, I'm not the first one.
Not the first one. All right.
But beertography. He works for Two Roads Brewing. He likes all my pictures, and he's given me a couple good plugs too.
That's
so.
awesome.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
All right, guys, let's go raid Warwitz real fast. Have a fantastic night.
Mhm.
Drew, Steve, Swig, thank you guys for being here, and thank you everybody
Cheers,
for
guys.
hanging out with us tonight.
Cheers.
We'll be back next Wednesday at 6 p.m. with our live cast from Isaac Newton's. We will see you
perfect.
then. Have a good night.
Cheers,
Where's that?
guys.
Where the hell is that end stream? Yep, there it is. Oh man.
I'll bring my big can.
You bring your big can.
Bring the big can.
And with that comment, I'm just shutting the stream off. Good night, guys.
I didn't realize
Right.
it was a big
Thanks,
can.
folk.
I never look. Good night. Kill audio.
Boom, boom, boom.